What is up, y'all? It is Brittany Chanel. I am back with another video. I just wanted to touch on the Ciara and the Slim Thug situation, with Slim Thug basically saying that he felt like Ciara and Russell Wilson's marriage was fake and that her husband was corny. Like, a lot of us women have been through this situation where we used to date a particular type of guy, and, you know, your salty exes or guys that used to be in the class of the guy that you were dating now see that you have leveled up. Like how Ciara is instructing most women to do, is level up. And I love how Ciara basically kind of put him back in perspective, where she basically said, you know, repeating the same bad habit over and over again is a form of insanity. There comes a point in your life when you know better and you have to do better. You just owe it to yourself. It's just that simple. And I think that that philosophy will benefit a lot of women, where you have to take a stand for yourself. And a lot of women that are single mothers, because for a while Ciara was a single mother after dating a guy like Future. She decided to make that bad choice of dating somebody like Future, who has several baby mamas, not married to anybody, okay, indulging in the curse of lust and fornication, and spreading himself thin between women and having all these kids all over the place. The only difference with Future is that Future is a rapper with money, and the average guy that's doing this is probably not able to afford kids in all of that nature or whatever. But it's just like, you know, I think a lot of men who are immature are mad at women deciding that they don't want that negative life. Like, when you're a younger woman, you tend to date, you know, guys that are, you know, I used to hate jocks. I used to hate the athletic type of guys. I used to hate the cool type of guys. But I'm not gonna lie, there was some street type of guys that did want to talk to me. But I had to make choices for myself that I didn't, you know, I wasn't really, I would say, attracted to the bad boy. Like, it kind of was a turnoff to me. Not to say that bad boys didn't talk to me or I didn't find, you know, some of them attractive. But it's just like I had to literally tell myself, in order for me to get 20, you know, the age that I am now, in my late 20s, that I didn't, you know, I want this for myself. I don't want to be somebody's baby mama, or, you know, their side piece, whatever these men be trying to have these women on. Because, you know, it's straight foolishness when you look at a lot of it. But it's a lot of men who participate in F-boy type of behaviors, and they don't know how to transition to adulthood. They don't figure out what you want for yourself first. Find yourself, and then, you know, decide who you want to date and what type of woman that you want. But these men, it's like not all of them, but a lot of young men are like, you know, the Futures and the Slim Thugs of the world, where they want to play around. They have no intentions on being with you. They just, you know, they're in it for the moment, in it to smash, move on, you know, forget you ever existed type of thing. But I love how Ciara combated that. I don't know when it comes to particular black men, because I've even had black men get up on my videos and leave comments like, because I have an accent, that I probably when I express that there's not a lot of black eligible men when you are of a certain class or stature, and you have a certain moral code, there's not a lot of, you know, good choices out there. People stay beating that myth about the good black man. But then when you get out there into the field, it's like, bruh. Now, that's not to say that there's not some good black men out there, because there are. But I'm saying, like, you have the people that's like Slim Thugs, who they're calling, you know, men like Russell Wilson, who their brand represents fatherhood, being a Christian, being a married man. You calling all these things corny, and that it's fake. Like, no, you Slim Thug are somebody that's immature. And a lot of these men, whether they be any race, but particularly I'm speaking to the African American men, there's an immaturity there. Like, you know, they don't want to get married. They want to have a bunch of kids with a bunch of people. And then they're mad at you when you decide, like Ciara decided to do, level up. I don't want to date people like you. I don't want to date a man who does not desire to be a family man, have kids, to be respectful. And she literally put on her Instagram post, she put cool. A man that's God-fearing, a man that carries himself as though you are in his presence, even if you're not. A man that is honorable, a man who you can grow with and learn from. And that was something that was important to me, though. Like, being able to learn from a man. Like, I hate feeling like I have to teach a man. And, you know, it's like K. Michelle said, like, you can't raise a man. Okay? A man has to go and figure out who he is. Go off, you know, and figure out who he is and find himself. And then he should look for you, which is, you know, the wife, the good thing, that sort of thing. But I hate these people who they know, you know, I hate when, I'm not going to say I hate these people, but I'm going to fix that, you know, that sentence. I just hate when these people, they just interrupt your life to waste your time. And then people, they speak on you not wanting those type of people in your life. You know, they speak on you not wanting to affiliate yourself with that sort of stuff. Then it's, oh, you're acting uppity. You're acting like, you know, whatever. No, I don't want to deal with somebody that's going to waste my time. I feel like my F-boy radar is going off, and I feel like I have to move away from you immediately. Like, literally, I don't know if y'all caught me when I was on Instagram and I put the video up, a clip from Tough Love, and the guy was like, oh, I'm a rapper, and I don't want to have groupies. That's why I don't post my job description on my profile. And the girl is looking at him like I would be looking at any guy like that. Like, guys think that girls go for that cool guy act and that we're not attracted to men who do the right thing. And that's a lie. Women don't want to just be your ride or die and basically you using her and the woman is not getting no benefit out of that. Like, women start to wise up and be like, I'm not playing this game anymore. So basically, it also says she wants a man. Cool is a man that treats people with respect. A man that puts his family first. I would say a man that puts God first, then, you know, himself, then family. But then a man who understands the importance of financial responsibility. A man that is compassionate. A man who's confident and wants to see you succeed. A man who sees beauty in your scars. But I would say a man who, you know, puts God first, a man who loves his wife like Christ loves the church. And when I say a man who like puts himself first, a man who self-cares first, who loves himself, and then, you know, then, because when you love yourself and you're healthy and you're whole in your relationship with God, then you're able to take care of your family. But so many times we see, especially in the African American community, like you see, like maybe, like, I don't know, like some people have had fathers that, you know, they were dealing with afflictions of being like a drunkard and they weren't able to be the best father in the world or the best husband because they weren't self-caring, or some, you know, a father that was doing drugs. So it's like, or a father that just couldn't conquer that lust demon. You know what I mean? Just a rolling stone all over the place. So you have to be well within yourself first. And you know who said like something similar to this, y'all? The singer Sammy, like his name is Sammy Always on Instagram. He was saying like, and you know, he makes a lot of songs about this particular topic. Like, Sammy is awesome. But he basically was saying on Instagram the other day, he said, I see comments and DMs daily asking what's wrong with me since I'm single. And as though being single is some disease I can't get rid of. Truth is, I owe my ex's apologies. Okay, so he's acknowledging like he wasn't probably the best ex-boyfriend, and he's saying for trying to give them myself when I didn't know who I was. 2 years ago, I finally woke up and realized I wasn't ever going to be someone's husband until I was able, until I learned to love myself in an idle state, basically. Choosing to sleep alone, choosing not to sex just because lust would come into play, realizing how awesome my spirit is, and being selective on who actually deserves it. Humbly, I state that. Basically, that's what I was saying, like being able to love themselves first, because you can't love other people until you love yourself first, until you like put the wellness of yourself and your relationship with God first before you love somebody, because then you have these issues. And then he also was basically saying, trust me, and I don't have it all together still. However, this year I've elevated mind, body, spirit, financially, credit-wise, because I've given myself undivided attention. I can't love her, whomever she is, wholeheartedly and master monogamy if I can't love and be loyal to myself first. I'm fixing my flaws, addressing my demons, sleeping alone, dating and loving myself unconditionally, and never will I be perfect, but I will be healthy for someone. This me time is imperative and detrimental to the king that I am and aspire to be. Sammy, Young Lion, and that's what he has up on his Instagram. That's what he posted the other day. This reminded me of this Slim Thug situation. So basically, for those of y'all, let me apologize to y'all. For those of y'all that don't probably know who Slim Thug is, and that's not me throwing no jabs, okay? Because it was somebody that I was talking to, and they was like, who's Slim Thug? We are in a different generation. I just remember him as being like a rapper. I don't know if he's out of Texas, but when I used to listen to Paul Wall, Pimp C, Bun B, and that sort of stuff like that, he was one of those rappers from Texas that I remembered. So pretty much Slim Thug, during the talk with 97.9 The Box, Slim Thug said women who are used to being a ride or die chick with street thugs never really change. Instead, they latch onto a corny square man like Wilson, who's a quarterback for the NFL Seattle Seahawks, and basically saying that women like Ciara settle and do not really fall in love with the Wilsons of the world. That's a lie, okay? I'm trying to tell y'all that what he is saying, he is somebody who's probably not spiritually mature himself, because even Sammy said it. Sammy was like, in the post, that as a man, he had to come to the realization that he owed like a lot of his ex-girlfriends apologies because he was not mature. A lot of women, they love men not for, who they are. I'm talking about real women, not women that just love men for money and things. I'm talking about real women. Real women will love a man for how they make them feel and the potential that's there, right? So when the man and his screw-ups, they outweigh the potential and that sort of thing, you start to like resent the man and be like, because he hasn't found himself, you no longer want that. And you identify, like after you meet a couple of Tyrones, Taekwons, and they do you dirty, you kind of realize that it's kind of retarded. Well, I won't even say retarded. It's kind of simple-minded. Okay, like forgive me y'all for using retarded. It's kind of simple-minded to keep dating the same type of guy, just a different face. And it's actually, to me, that's a curse. I'm not going to participate in living under a curse of dating the same type of man that's treating me dirty. Like, I reject that. I renounce that. Like, I think women are just wising up. They no longer want to be used. They don't want to be that ride or die, okay? Because being the ride or die doesn't benefit you to a street guy who's not giving you the type of loyalty and love and affection that you need. You're being loyal to somebody, but they're not being loyal to you. And I think a lot of women are realizing that. And using myself as an example, I could feel where Ciara's coming from. Like, I've dated guys who they aspire to be athletes and rappers, and they was, street and that sort of stuff, and I realized that that's not the type of person who I wanted to be in love with. Like, honestly, I kind of always had a crush on nerds and people who were artistic and that sort of thing. Like, I like somebody who has morals, pretty much. I like somebody that has morals, values, and that sort of thing. So, pretty much, I like that sort of thing. People who have morals, values, and people who are respectful to their family. And, even if a guy does have kids, if a person is respectful and has morals, then it's a different situation. I don't know why men, and I really think it's a self-defense mechanism, the street type of guys, who say stuff like Slim Thug, I think that they feel like it's impossible for women to wise up and want more than what they have to give. It's kind of like, who you gonna find that's better than me, girl? There's a lot out there. When you open up your dating pool and you open up your surroundings to different types of people, you can fall in love with different types of people. Period, point blank. Like I decided for myself, I don't want this for myself. I don't want to be the baby mama of the year. I'm done with the liars, the cheating type, the type that has multiple women in their DMs and that sort of thing. You do realize and you do find people that you're compatible with when you start cutting off the same type of insane habits that you were doing. And I feel like men who are like these men who are immature like Slim Thug, they think that, it's a fake fairy tale to want to be monogamous and be in a committed relationship and a family man. I mean, I'm just saying, you would think they would learn to not be, sleeping with different people and why it doesn't benefit you. Because it spiritually breaks you down. It spiritually breaks you down. You live under the curse of poverty because you're spreading yourself so thin. You can't enjoy life because you're working to pay child support. Okay, then you're paying it to different women, and you forming a level of resentment and bitterness to women because you done chose to make different choices in life, and it's sad, really. So pretty much. The person who took, they say, the most interesting perspective on all of this is Slim Thug's ex-girlfriend, former Destiny's Child singer LaToya Luckett, who was recently married to a Square businessman, Tamikis Walker, and is expecting their future child. And honey, she is happy. LaToya Luckett from that Instagram, honey, is happy. Basically, are both of these women faking it with their current men just for security purposes, or did they just take another route to find love and happiness? So, Ciara, I love her clapback on what she said. Repeating the same bad habit over and over is a form of insanity. There comes a point in your life when you know better and you have to do better. You owe it to yourself. It's just that simple. And basically, I don't understand why they're just putting it off on financial security. Honestly, there's plenty of men who have financial security for women. I'll use Floyd Mayweather as an example. And a lot of those women who he's with, sometimes they leave or they get with different guys because it's just not about finances. Women like to be happy. Women, want to be able to snuggle with you and watch movies. They want to be able to know that you're theirs and only theirs. Like, they don't have to worry about a girl DMing them on Facebook or Instagram, telling them that, you was with her. They want to know, they want to feel love and affection. Because we're emotional beings, okay? We want to be able to feel that. It's not just about, financial, but we are happy with financial security because what woman doesn't want a good provider for their kids and to be taken care of? I can't name not one out there, period. Even if you're going to say the 50-50 thing, which it don't say nowhere, that is not scriptural, that women is supposed to provide for men in the family 50-50. The wife is just supposed to support the husband and follow his leadership and take care of the kids and that sort of thing. But, it just seems like men really have not had maybe examples in their lives to where they come up with this type of stuff. They come up with this stuff or these delusions that women want losers. We don't want losers. Who told you this? Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts on this Slim Thug versus Ciara and Russell Wilson. Ciara said level up. I think most women should level up and get them a Russell, or like LaToya Luckett, get them a businessman who is only with them and not other women and wants to be a family man and do right by their family. Not a player till they 80 years old playing women and having kids and multiple baby mamas with people. That is the goal, people. That's excellence right there. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And Brittany Chanel will be back with more videos.